Yo, what's good, guys? Producer Micah here, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I mix samples to hear on my beat, how I mix Iga Boy vocal, the way it sounds on my beat. So if you're new here and you're yet to subscribe, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so whenever I post, you guys get to know. So without wasting time, let's just go straight into our DW, which is FL Studio. Yeah, so it's an amazing vibe, nice vocal sample there. So basically, what I'm going to do first off is to find the key, but I feel like the beat is too low, so I'm just going to send it to my mixer and just bring it down. So another explanation of gain staging, so just bring it down so it sounds nice with the vocal. So next, you find the key, because for it to apply auto tune, you need to know the key. So we're gonna find the key, and for that, I'm just gonna drag in FL keys. So I always use FL keys because FL keys is very easy to load. It doesn't waste time. So like the keys, so I did here on top, but I'm just gonna define it. So which is E minor, E flat minor, or F sharp major. So I send solo this, send it to my mixer. And since it's a vocal sample, you just want to treat it not like the main vocal, it's just something that is just going to be there just for sweetening. So these steps is just for vocal sample, and maybe you want some special effect on your main vocal, you could still apply this step, but this is how I mix most vocal samples you hear on my beat. So I'm going to bring in my auto tune. Just pick our key. Yep, so which is E flat. So just E flat minor. Then turn the retune speed. Since the vocal sample, I can take it all the way up. Let's change the soprano to alto tenor. But let me just bring it down to 4. Then next, I'll just bring in my EQ. So basically my subtractive EQ. Even though most times I change the vocal to have this kind of radio effect feel, but first off, I'm just gonna bring in my EQ, my subtractive EQ, and what I try to do is just listen and cut out, frequencies that are not nice. First off, we take our low end off. So basically, we see that nothing is happening on the low. Then we just boost. It's a very, very common process. So just listen. We have this one, just take it down. So since this is a vocal sample, I can do a lot of drastic changes on it, and it's not gonna really bother me because it's just gonna be like a sample there. And why I like Fab Filter Pro Q is because you can, just solo the region and listen on like other EQs. So let's listen to our before and after. Yeah, so let's bring in our beat now. Just listen to it. Then next, I can just bring in any what would I call it? Any compressor of my choice. So I'm just gonna bring in Fab Filter Pro C. So basically just vibes. So I just need a fast attack and the kind of pretty fast release too.
and it's your body want fire. Robo si gaga. I got your
And basically my auto gain is on, so whatever compression is happening is automatically adding some gain to balance it up.
robo si gaga, and it's your body want fire. Robo si gaga. I got your arms on fire.
And basically that's just it. What I have for my vocal is just my auto tune, my EQ, my compressor, then lots of reverb. Just add lots of reverb and we have that vibe. So for that, I'm just gonna use Valhalla vintage verb. Yeah. So I'm just gonna bring my decay down, bring the mix down a little bit. And because the vocal sample, I don't really care. I'm throwing in my vintage verb or my reverb on the insert. I'm not doing it as a send.
Robo si gaga, and it's your body want fire. Robo si gaga. I got your arms on fire. Robo si gaga.
Yeah. So
Robo si
I think I need the decay tail to, have that tail.
robo si gaga, and it's your body want fire. Robo si gaga.
So most times for the vocal sample, I just have like a radio effect there. And for that, I just use my Fab Filter Pro MB. So basically, most stuff are for my Fab Filter. But if you have waves, you could use it. If you can even use stock plugins, to achieve this.
Robo si gaga, and it's your body want fire. Robo si gaga. I got your arms on fire.
Yeah. So then we add delay. So I'll just use my normal fruity delay. Four steps. Yes. So the feedback, just bring it down, reduce the cut. Then just send this to the same thing. They're just vocal samples, they're just vibe. So basically, just to be underneath the beat. So I feel like the vocal is kind of dragging. So I'm just gonna. Yeah. So just send this. So basically, this is just how quickly I mix the vocal samples you hear on my beats. Yeah, so this is basically like a vocal pack, and I'm a piano pack I'm working on. So I just decided to quickly show you guys how you can, achieve those vocal effects I use. Yep, guys. So this is basically how quickly it is for me, to mix the vocal sample I have on most of my beats or all the beats you hear the vocal samples. So what I do, I just have my auto tune, my Pro EQ just to cut out some, then compressor just to balance everything, then my Pro MB just to give it that radio effect. You can also achieve this radio effect using your EQ, then reverb. You can add a lot of reverb. Then you have some delay, just some delay just to give it there. Yep, guys. So try this out. Let me know if you have any suggestion, any comment. Let me know in the comment section, and I'm sure going to reply every comment you guys have. And if you're new here, you're yet to subscribe, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. So whenever I post, you get to know, you don't want to miss out on these amazing tutorials, guys. And